My name is Micah Gogan. I am a fitness professional and fitness nutrition specialist, and I've basically wanted to be this my whole life. And it's been a 15-year journey for me. I didn't really realize what I wanted to do until I was about 10 years old. And the reason why I didn't really know is because I was bullied as a kid because I was fat. I saw interest in bodybuilders, professional athletes, even skinny kids. I remember just wanting to be skinny, but then it changed to be more built, like a bodybuilder. So I'd come home crying almost every day. I'd get beat up, I'd get made fun of, a myriad of insults every day. And growing up here at Wasatch was interesting because it's a small town, so elementary school was rough. Kindergarten was rough too. But once I hit into about 6th, 7th grade is when I really broke out because of my talent. I have a good sense of humor. I've had a talent of comedy and impressions, and I learned how to use that sense of humor to my advantage. So even though somebody would make fun of my weight or that I was fat, I would actually turn it on and make a joke out of it. And a lot of people think that that's like, oh, he's cool with it, but it would still hurt. Like, you know, it sucks to get an insult. Like, just because you make it funny and you get a reaction doesn't always mean it doesn't hurt. When I was in 6th grade, I was 220 pounds. Really overweight, and I bounced between 220 and 240, 250, even 260 my senior year. Like, so I wasn't like super huge. I was always a bigger kid. I had a bigger frame, but I was soft. I was pudgy. I was fat, and I carried a lot of fat on my chest, and that was hard because ever since I was a kid in elementary school, people would tell me to put on a bra, and that's always like the hardest thing. Is because when you're a boy, you don't want to be compared to a girl. I wouldn't want to go to school activities. I wouldn't want to talk to girls. But I was still an outgoing person, so I always tried. And even to this day, people tell me to put on a bra. I still get that. I try to do everything I can. That's just my personality. I take action. So I did football. I did wrestling. I tried swimming one summer. I did student government. I did everything I could just to get out there. And that really helped on a social aspect because I wanted to show people that there was more to me than just my body. I still remember that, and if I didn't live the way I did, I would gain a lot of weight again. When I was in school, I would go to the gym all the time. I would work out, always want to work out, studying new workouts, typing up, making up workouts. I'd be up late at night reading Arnold Schwarzenegger's encyclopedia, and I would write out a different workout because I wanted my arms to be bigger. So I would change these workouts. I'd sit in my room and I'd write on my note papers, and I'd have chicken scratch everywhere just trying to figure out a workout. Oh, well, if I do this, but I don't want to work out too hard, because I want to rest enough, and it just became who I was. It still hurts to think about some of the things that kids said to me. And there's a part of me that wants to shove it in some of their faces sometimes. Say, look at me now, like, you told me this, and you said I look like this, and you said I'm too fat for this, and now I'm in a different position. And I never would do that. Like, I never want to do that. But part of that's my drive. Part of that's people telling me to put on a bra. You know how pissed off that made me? You know how, just, it rips you apart. Because here I am thinking I'm doing good, and then somebody compares me to a topless woman. How do you expect that to affect a 14, 15-year-old's mind? It's not good. I remember wanting to commit suicide 2 or 3 times. I never tried. I remember writing a letter to my parents telling that I was thinking about it. It sucks because so many arrogant people out there, they attack. I don't know why they even attack fat, and so what? Work through it. But that's why I believe that fitness is like the best motivator for real life. People talk all the time about hard work and doing it yourself and not taking a handout. Like, fitness is the ultimate analogy for that. I have to work every day. How I eat 6 meals a day. I have at least 6 cups of greens every day. I'm doing cardio 5 days out of the week. I'm lifting 6 days out of the week. And that's where I am now. This has been a journey. I saw a quote the other day. You can't compare somebody's chapter 20 to your chapter 1. I'm at my chapter like 12. And even though I wasn't the best athlete, I still worked hard. I worked my butt off. I mean, after practice, I'd go lift at the gym. After wrestling, I'd go lift at the gym. I would find excuses to go to the Fit Stop and work out after school when I was a kid, just because I wanted to. And it became a point of being accepted to being who I was. I've worked for this since I was a kid. Like I said, this has been 15 years in the making, and I've been an independent trainer for a year, okay? But I've been working toward this 15 years. Even though I was working at other jobs, even though I did other things, I wanted this to happen, all right? I'm a competitive bodybuilder. I see myself as a bodybuilder. I see myself as a coach. And from a young age, I developed that. So it's not impossible to make it happen, and it's not impossible to lose weight, but you have to be realistic. And that's where I help people, you know. I see my job as a fitness professional. I want to work with kids. I want to work with high schoolers. I want to work with people who are younger because I fought it for so long. I can help somebody that they don't have to fight it. And I think that's the most important thing about what I do. It's not about being ripped. It's not about being sexy. It's about being your best self and improving yourself. Who cares what other people look like? Who cares where you are now? Where are you going to be in the future? I've had this vision of myself since I was 15 years old. I've wanted it and I've worked toward it. So that's kind of what drives me, is I want to help people. And if I can help people and make my living out of it, doing what I love and being real, then what's better than that? Nothing. So I fight depression. I've fought it almost my whole life. And that's okay. It's who I am. Exercise combats it. Healthy diet combats it. So many kids are depressed. I have a theory that if kids regularly diet and exercise, they can overcome depression. No problem if they do it. And that's why I do what I do.